Hello, hello, hello. Happy good morning. How are you doing? So, I wanted to share a bit about my morning routine because this specific part of my morning routine is one of the reasons why I believe for the past 2 years, I thankfully have been able to stay healthy, with the exception of back this fall. I was having to wear a mask because at that time I was teaching. I was having to wear it all day, every day, and it really, really irritated my sinuses. And so I developed a sinus infection. But aside from that, thank God, I have been healthy and actually very, very strongly exposed to some of the things that are floating around in the air, and should have been sick according to all of the news and everything, or what they would tell you. But I have done two things. One, the first and primary thing is focusing not on fear about what's going on around me, but focusing on things I can control, such as my morning smoothie routine, which I'm about ready to share with you, and having a plan for how to just take care of myself and what to do with my health. And then the real primary reason why I've just chosen to not focus on fear, even though in all honesty, there have been a couple times, especially when, I was really exposed to things, I was like, uh-oh. But my focus on God, I literally trust Him with my life. And that kind of releases me from the fear and helps me to focus on being able to just do what I can and focus on what I can control. So I remind Him, Psalm 91, no plague shall come near my home. I pray that over my friends as well, my family, everyone who I love, even like my business acquaintances, everyone, my clients, everyone. I pray and cover them, and thank God, I have not lost anyone that I love to what has been going on in the past years, and the past 2 years, a little over 2 years. And I really do credit, God being in control of everything and focusing on that. Now, let's get to today and my blender. So what I do, I'm going to lower this a little bit so you can see the blender better. Yes. Okay, perfect. So, what do I do? Now, this is what works for me. I am not saying that this would work for everyone, okay? So to be clear, this concoction that I do, and I do variations of it for the past 2.5 years, or 2 years and 2 months? I don't know. I've lost track of how long things have been crazy in the world. But what I do definitely has been working for me. Okay, so now I love a good banana. To be honest, if I don't have a banana in the morning, I'm all out of sorts. So, side note, by the way, how do you peel your banana? So I used to peel from the top, and sometimes I would struggle. And one time I was visiting, and my dad was like, "What are you doing, Beth? Don't you know you peel a banana from the bottom?" Okay, was I the only one who learned this about a year ago of how to peel bananas? So if you were like me and didn't know, apparently bottom, or maybe this is the top. I don't know. But anyway, I kind of like breaking it up into chunks. I don't know why. I just do. Put that in my blender. And then I add a little of this. I add a little plant collagen, which is just healthy for our cells, our bones, our skin. It's amazing for skin. This is plant-based, as you see. Okay? So I put a scoop in that. I'm getting kind of down to the bottom. I actually need to order some more. So put a scoop of that in. The first time I tried collagen, I wasn't really understanding it fully, and so I got this animal-based collagen, and it tasted disgusting. And second of all, the idea, I'm not vegetarian or vegan, but the idea of literally mixing a meat product into my really nice fresh fruit smoothie was a little nauseating. And so I personally, I like the idea of having plant in my plant. So I put that in. Then this stuff, let me fluff it up. It's like this. Sour sop. I ordered it. I actually got it at a farmer's market, Sovereign Farmers Markets in Queens. It's by, you can go to benaiah.turmericteam.com. Sour sop has a lot of vitamins in it, although it does say don't take if you are pregnant or on blood thinners. But it has a lot of nutrients, vitamin C's, and it's really good for cancer prevention. Hold on, let me grab a spoon here. My grandmother's spoon. It's like my favorite spoon to use, just because it's cool and I don't know. Yep. So I sprinkle some of that in. You can also just buy fresh sour sop. I did that once, bought fresh sour sop and used that as well. You can put that straight in your smoothie, or I don't have today. I don't have any made today, but I also sometimes use sea moss, which has an amazing amount of vitamins. I don't use sea moss constantly, but I use it maybe twice a month. So like every other week, I will use sea moss in my smoothies as well. Also, add a little turmeric, however you pronounce it, which is really good for for reducing inflammation. Cayenne pepper, also pepper helps with absorption, but I use cayenne because it's kind of spicy and it gives it a little kick. And then one of my favorite things ever, I swear by this stuff. This stuff is the real deal. I feel like with vitamins, you have to be very careful with the source. Not all vitamin companies are equal. Not all products are high end. And honestly, what we put in our bodies, I personally believe what I put in my body needs to be high end. I am high end, right? I am a daughter of God. I am royalty. That means that I'm not putting crap into my body. And in fact, I was just listening to someone who spoke on a podcast recently, Julius Goodwin, who was saying that actually what we put into our bodies is actually worship to God, because our body is our temple. And I hadn't even thought of it that way. That was really deep, and that kind of blew me away when I heard him say that. But this is by Symbiotica, and it's vitamin D3 with K. Vitamin K and vitamin D, you want to try to get the two together. They're a really good combination. It makes it more powerful. And CoQ10. Not quite sure what that is, to be honest. I should have researched that before I started talking about it. But what I do is I literally take it every day. I do live in New York City, and summertime is short. This is on the back. It says you can do up to 16, I think it is. Nope, 14 pumps for adults. As you see, I'm a small adult, so I just do 4 of these in the morning, and then in the afternoon, evening, I do a snack. Ooh, I'll show you. Healthy Harvest. They have this amazing yogurt. I swear it's the best yogurt I've ever had. This one's strawberry, they have vanilla, but I'll take this, some flax seeds, and another 4 pumps of vitamin D. So, the other thing I should mention about vitamin D, it absorbs properly into our system, into our body, when it's partnered with calcium. So, as I said earlier, I'm not vegan, I'm not vegetarian. Hold on, I'm gonna put this back so it stays chilled. So like I said earlier, I'm not vegetarian, I'm not vegan, so I have no problem personally myself with dairy. So I do like a little, although that's probably controversial depending on what circle you're listening to. But But yeah, I'll do a little latte along with my smoothie so that I'm getting the calcium with the vitamin D, because if the vitamin D, if we take too much of it and we're not taking it with calcium, it can actually build up and become toxic. So you don't want to overdo it, and you want to try to get some calcium as well so that you absorb. All right, so now for some fun, yummy fruits, some raspberries. Raspberry is pretty consistent. I sometimes put in, with the raspberries, I sometimes put blackberries, blueberries, strawberries. Let me do a couple more. What else do I put? Pineapple is delicious. Sometimes I'll do pineapple and kale and raspberry, which is amazingness. Highly recommend you try that combination. But today I'm just doing raspberries and black currants. I do love currants. They're so good. Yummy, yummy, yummy. So I'm gonna put in some of these. Let's see. What else do I have? Okay. The last thing I put, well, not the last thing, the next to last thing I put in is maple syrup. The real stuff, not the fake. I don't even know what that stuff is. It's just like sugared water with whatever. So real maple syrup. So last year when I was shopping at a farmer's market in Manhattan, I met this farmer, and he was telling me there had been studies done that maple syrup is really good for our brain health, and it helps like with our memory, improving it, as well as blocking like dementia, or anyway, right? Who does not want a healthy brain? So I do a little of that, and then today, I used some of it yesterday, I'm using the rest today. Healthy Harvest again. It's so good. No, they are not paying me to tell me this, but they should, because I am their biggest fan, and I'm now telling you about it. They have this thing called a coconut smoothie, which tastes like chocolate pudding, kind of like. And if you want to make it really decadent and kind of fun, but also healthy for your smoothie, this. The other thing is, I just put it out, but I'm not using it today to show you, is I'll just use like regular coconut water too. This is the best. It's kind of expensive. Like I said earlier, I'm a little bougie when it comes to, you know, taking care and what I put into my body. So, yep. Because this is like already a smoothie and I'm like adding more smoothie, it's going to be ending up really thick, and I'll probably have to eat this with a spoon, which is okay. It's going to be yumminess and deliciousness, and yeah, I think looking at my counter, that's it. That's all I have out. So this is my personal routine. Like I said, I sometimes switch it up and will add in other ingredients like a kale or a pineapple or sea moss to give it some other nutrients. But like I said, for me, this has been in combination with my trust in God, the top major things that I have done for my health in the past 2 years. So that's all I wanted to share for today. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned a little something, and I will, there we go. I just wanted to, you know, say hi and bye. All right. So have a wonderful rest of your day. Enjoy it, and happy, healthy cooking. All right. Take care. Peace.